Good morning. In this case we'll be taking apart an Oster Classic 76. Basically there's probably armature or another motor problem that's running within the unit is causing a problem and it's not running very well. So in this case we'll try to go through the disassembly in order to get to the guts of the system. Okay, first, just to make it a little bit easier, we'll go ahead and take this little hanger clip here, and basically it's by tension, so if you pull it off of here and probably the other side, and you can pull the whole thing off. We'll put it on the side. On the back, on the end of the end cap, basically there's two screens that you can basically flick off with either a screwdriver or your thumb. Probably, well, you should use a screwdriver, but anyways, at the end you got a piece here and you got a piece here. Yeah, I'm trying to do it a little quick because we got limited time. It does actually take some time to take this apart. Hopefully this video will basically help some of those that have a couple of these running around at home and it's not worthwhile to send it in, and also they like to tinker with things. Anyway, oh yes, most important, make sure it's unplugged, because basically we'll be dealing with the end cap, which has the electrical contacts, so we really want to make sure it's unplugged. You don't want to be using it with it not plugged in. I mean with it plugged in. Okay, you got two Phillips screws that you basically have to take out. There's two holes, and use Phillips screw, unscrew it, one side, and basically if you didn't unscrew it enough, then you'll know, because the end piece, the end cap will not come off. It will instead be hooked just like this. It won't come off all the way. It looks like the other one I haven't unscrewed yet enough. And a couple more twists. Here we go. Okay, you got the two screws. So you got the end cap. You at the end, you got this. You can see the switch and the two contacts. Those are the two contacts. That's why you want to make sure the thing's unplugged. Otherwise, you're going to have a little excitement. So anyways, the end cap, you got the little toggle switch, which it's a different assembly to try to replace that. You got the two screws, which are kind of unique. They're about 2 inches with the locking washer. Put those off to the side. So you got the motor end cap. You got the two contacts that the end cap would plug in. You got the two brushings, and we got the blade. In this case, let's go ahead and take the blade off. We go ahead and pull it, and go ahead and pull that off. Push it on the side. In this case, we don't have to worry about the hinge. There's two screws. If you really want to take the hinge off, or let's say if the hinge is broken, it's pretty easy to do that. In this case, we really don't need to do that. Here's you got the hinge. In some cases, this chips off and you have to replace this. But in this case, we'll be taking this cover off too in order to get to the gut. So you can probably see basically what's inside. It might make it a little bit easier. Alright, let's go ahead and do the brushings first. Take probably, like, I wouldn't say you probably could use a dime, but I'm going to use a regular screwdriver. You got two sides. You got a cap. And just unscrew that there, and you probably have to hold it because basically there's a little bit of tension on there. If you're not careful, the little piece will fly away. Okay, there's one end cap. You got a little brass kit with a spring, and I'm going to hold it over there just in case, because there it is. You can see the spring here. See that? Okay, you got the little brass cap. Put that down, spring. And in this case it lifts right out, but you might actually have to put a little screwdriver to pull that piece out. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side. See, it's a lot easier to work with without the cord and such like that. Screwdriver, I'll plug this. Okay, put my thumb over just a little bit, just in case. Here's the end cap. Take the brass out. As you can see, there's a little bit of tension there. Brass cap out, and pull this out. In this case it pulled out, but otherwise you might have to use a little screwdriver and just kind of dig it out just a little bit. In this case you can see on the inside, and it goes straight down to the armature down there. In this case on this side it looks like it's black, so there might be something going on here. It might be why it doesn't work very well. And here basically there's the vents for the fan itself. Alright, so we'll go ahead and take the cover off. In this case it's two regular screws. Sometimes, I don't know why, but sometimes they're Phillips, sometimes they're screws. Anyways, so in this case we'll take the two screws here off, and I don't have quite the exact right size of the flathead screwdriver. Take one screw there, one screw here. Very softly and gently. And you can take the cover off. And in this case, you can see like hair. I don't know why these basically get pretty dirty, so that's why in a way it's probably not a bad idea to use various Oster cleaning products. You take the cap off, use compressed air or whatever to clean it out, and then you can also get grease to re-grease it and such. In which you can see a lot of just hair and stuff like that on top, on the back of the cover. We'll go ahead and put that down there. We'll clean it later, but in this case, this is specifically talking about the disassembly of the unit to get to the armature. Okay, you have this piece here that will come up if you hold it just right. Let me get a little bit closer here, maybe it'll be easier to see. Now I usually grab it by here and wiggle it back and forth, just so. Now some people use pliers. I've seen it a couple different ways, but again, I'm not a pro, so you know, this is just the way I do it. And this is, I have lots of other fun things to do, so the way I'm just go ahead and pry that up just a little bit. Now I'm even getting the arm here. Okay, here's this piece here. It's probably good and important to know exactly how it goes in here. You don't want it to, not exactly, you can put it in the wrong way, but anyways, that's how it goes. You take that out, put it off the side. We'll clean these all up a little bit later. Again, what we're trying to do is just get to the inside right now. And go ahead and softly pry this up. And you got the arm piece here. And we'll go ahead and put that down too. And so you still have more gears. You got a little gear here that will nicely, very easily come out. I'm not really prying it with the screwdriver, just make it a little bit easier to come out. So in a way, that's just yet another part that can actually be purchased online in various places. Here's the top piece of the gear with the armature. As you can see, the gear is fine. And this probably, and there's little two felt pads. Here, looks like the felt pads are not too bad shape. This unit definitely needs to be cleaned. Anyways, alright, since we're running out of time, I'll go ahead and start getting to it. Got the two brushes out, and there's basically got the gears out so we can pull the whole assembly down. At the end, in the end cap, oh yes, very important. On the end cap here, basically you see there's like a little notch. You'll need that notch because that's how you line it up when you put it back together. You'll see a little notch and basically the notch hole. So basically you line it up, you know exactly where, you know, basically where, how to line it up, and also with the screws in the right orientation, such, etc. Okay. On the end cap, basically we have basically two little holes as a retainer. You need a retainer pliers. Right out of time. Let's see. Put this at the end. It's be hard to see. And basically with retainer pliers, you can take this retainer out just like that. And then once you got it out, there's like a little, another piece. You can just kind of dig out a little bit. There, that's another piece that comes out. Okay, this whole unit here will come out a lot easier. Because basically with this open, looks like it's about time, I'm going to kind of push this off. Push this down from the top, just make it a little bit easier to grab. And let's see if I can do this before time is up. Alright, pliers. And pull the whole thing out. Oh yeah, this thing's definitely needs some cleaning. Okay, so you got the armature, you got a lot of hair. Pull that piece out here. Interesting. The contacts here seems to be worn out, so it might be the armature needs to be replaced. Don't know, but anyways, that's no video. But anyways, basically, you got the field, you got the end cap, you got the armature, you got the inside of the unit, now which you can not really see too much in there, but there's not much in there. And that's basically it. We've pretty well taken the various pieces out, the armature, rings, and retainer, and you basically go in the reverse order to put everything back together. Alright, I hope that helps. Thank you for watching.